Right, we are live. I think we're live, as always, even though I've just done a live stream half an hour ago. Let me know if you can hear me and you can see me okay, but hopefully you can. Hopefully everything is fine. And welcome to another unboxing video of another new hot Essen game. 1 week later than I wanted to do it, but today we're going to be unboxing Messina 1347 from designer Vladimir Suhi. So this is the next game from Vladimir. From Delicious Games, which is his own company, but this time it's a co-design with Raul Fernandez Aparicio, if that's how you pronounce it. So since Vladia started doing games with Delicious Games, Underwater Cities, Prague Kaput Regni last year, this is the first one that he's co-designed. I don't know what the design split on this is. It could be mostly Raul's, mostly Vladimir's, could be 50-50, I don't know. But today, we're going to do an unboxing video. Now, this unboxing video it's already been unboxed. Like yesterday's unboxing video, I have already opened this and taken the stuff out and then put it back in, okay? Let's just zoom in a little bit so you can see what you get in the box. So we have Ziploc bags. Lots of Ziploc bags. Thank you very much to publishers that give Ziploc bags. We have some of these tokens. We have some of these tokens. I'll come on to those soon because I've already done something with these. We have what looks like player aids. I don't know why these need to be in plastic. We have a rule book that I'll come on to, and then we have some stuff. So let's take it all out. And as always, I will show you the board first. Let's have a look at the board. If there is a board. Yes, we have boards. So I think, I know I've not read the rules for this game yet, so I don't have much information about it. Oh, there's a good designer diary on BGG explaining each designer's involvement. There you go. So if you are interested, have a look on BGG. That information is there. So we have a nice, it's fairly compact. Now, a few boards recently have been super long, thin boards, but this one is actually a decent size. We have two sides. Nice. 1 skull, 2 skulls, 3 skulls and 4 skulls. So I assume 1 and 2 player game, 3 and 4 player game. That's a nice way of doing it. I like that. So there we go. So that's that board. And then each player has their own player board. So this is interesting. Okay. We don't have an outer frame on this. What we have is we just have that, and that is a player's player board. Interesting. I was expecting to punch it out of something else. But anyway, that is that. We have some money tokens. Let's do Paul's punch test. Not punching out as cleanly as the ones yesterday, but they were punching out really cleanly. They're fine. Absolutely fine. Tiny little nubs on the edge. It's not too bad. It's not too bad. So yeah, 4 of these. Yeah, that's a really interesting way of doing it. I mean, why not? I guess the disadvantage of doing that is if the edges get knocked or damaged, that you end up, but they're not at all. Right, so as well as the 4 player boards, might as well do the 4th one while I'm here. There we go. We also have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of these punch boards. Now, if you've seen any gameplay videos, I know Tom Heath has already covered this on his channel, you will see that the main board in the center of the table is made up of these tiles. So that is one game board. But you actually build some kind of thing with these. And let's just zoom in. Let's have a closer look at these, so I can show you the art style, the iconography, graphic design, and things like that. So I sort of talked about this on the preview. This kind of stuff for me gets me excited. I don't care that it's a beige game set in a medieval city somewhere in Europe with a year after it. I have no problem with that. What I'm looking for is the clarity of the icons, and I like the fact that they've put a red stroke effect around those because they're on a dark background, and that presumably means you have to pay. Normally, I would infer from that costs 2 gold coins. I think that's a cost. I don't know. But the icons all look pretty clear to me. And we've also got tiny little player icons on here. So this must mean you use this tile in a 2, 3 or 4 player game. This must mean you only use this tile in a 4 player game. That's what I'm getting from that. But yeah, that's that's the iconography for that. What else do we have? We got some special pieces with slots at the end. Right. We also have these. So I don't quite know what these are for, but little things. I assume you're supposed to punch these out. So the punching looks like it's doing okay. And I guess you'll put cubes in these to track your resources and stuff. So that will sit there. We have what looks like a dial. So that will go on there. There'll be some kind of mechanism to attach these together. And that obviously turns around and reveals different colours. Oh, we got lots of counters to punch out. Well, this might be tonight while sat in front of TV. Or I've actually got other things that I want to do tonight. I don't know. Yeah, I might be doing another live stream later on. I'll see how things go. But this is going to be the big test. Okay, so these are punching out. They're not punching out and falling out. They are punching out cleanly, but you can't just press them and they pop out. So just be a bit careful with these, and you might want to reverse punch them as well, because I find that reverse punching means there's less chance of the edges tearing. But they're okay. They've come out all right. We've got some boats. We've got some buildings. We've got more stuff. There you go. So there's the components. I am curious to know how many people are watching have ordered this game and how many people have already played this game. Because a few of you watching this have probably been to Essen. We got some fire tokens as well. Right, okay, so the bit of the game which I've already done, because I couldn't help myself, is the game comes with a sticker sheet and certain things need stickering. So I sat down in front of TV one day and I've already stickered these. So the game comes with a little plastic sheet and you have to take things off and you sticker these. So certain player markers will have stickers on them. That's it. If you don't like stickering games, then sorry, but there is a few to do, but it's not that many of them. And Genway has confirmed that you put cubes in here. So maybe, looks like each player has 3 cubes. So it looks like you put one at the bottom of each track and you move it up, I'm guessing. And I'm guessing this is victory points. But that's a guess. That's a complete guess. I don't know. Florian says you played it once solo on Tabletop Simulator. Right, so yeah, if you're interested in playing this game, there is an official approved mod on Tabletop Simulator if you want to play it, and there is a solo mode built in as well. Let's have a look at these components. So these are possibly the darkest red pieces I have ever seen in a board game ever. I don't know what they're supposed to represent, and I'm going to find out. We also have rats. Now, I've played a few games with rats in, but I don't think I've ever seen a rat meeple. So this is a first for me. They're quite cute. Yeah, they're very cute. And we got some black cubes, and we got a white cube as well. Right, let's have a look at the rulebook, because a good friend of mine wrote this rulebook, and I have to give a shout out. He's never going to watch this video. But I have to give a shout out to Jason Holt. Jason Holt is one of the best rulebook writers in the industry, in my opinion. He's the guy who does all of the CGE rulebooks. I met him through CGE. He's one of the nicest people I've ever met. He's a super nice guy, and he did this rulebook. And he's done all of the rulebooks. He did Underwater Cities. He did Praga Kaput Regni. He's done all of the CGE rulebooks pretty much. So all of the CGE rulebooks over the years he's done. He's actually an author as well, and he writes fantasy books, of which I've got some of them. So yeah, he does the Fighter Fred series amongst other things. So I've not read this yet, but I already know that because it's got Jason's name on it, and I know the amount of effort Jason puts into the rulebooks, and I've learned a lot from Jason. And although I am stepping away from rulebook writing, I wouldn't be where I was if it weren't for Jason. Jason's been massively helpful. So yeah, so Jason pretty much did this rulebook. So I'm looking forward to reading it and seeing how it is. But it looks okay. We've got lots of images, which is really good. Yeah, that amount of images is very good. One of these days, I should get one of my old games from the 80s out of the attic and have a look at the rulebook. It's literally just walls of badly formatted text. Just that's it. No examples, no images, no nothing. So this all looks okay. In terms of the number of pages, oh yeah, we had the error. There was an error in the rulebook after singing Jason's praises. Apparently there was an error that was made, but it was detected beforehand. And there's this that you need to stick over page 18. So somewhere in page 18, I need to stick that over there. I did read it. I think there's like 1 or 2 words different, but it's a good job that they spotted that beforehand. Anyway, that's the rulebook done. What else have we got? Player aids. Can I get in? I'm trying to find a way in. Don't think I can find a way in. Oh, I was going to look at the bits of wood, weren't I? They are lumber tokens. Okay, so they are wood. And I'm curious. I might actually speak to the publisher about this, just because I'm interested as to why they've gone with this really dark red wood stain. Unless anybody in the chat knows. Is it because the type of wood used in Messina in the 14th century was this dark kind of red wood? Or have they just gone with it for any other reason? Because normally wooden blocks like this are not this dark red. As I say, I don't mind it. It's quite nice. Maybe because they needed it to show up on a background. Anyway, player aids. Looks like everything's on there. There isn't. I'm just checking. This wood has got me curious. There are some solo tiles included in the game. Unless, of course, it was a printing error. Could be a printing error. Because if you look at this, just have a look at this tile here. So this is a tile from the solo game. And that is the icon for wood. Okay? And that is the actual physical piece of wood. So the icon shows a normal wood-coloured piece of wood, whereas the physical piece is actually that. So yeah, as I say, it's more curiosity. It's not a problem at all. I'm just curious as to why they've done the wood like that. Unless, as I say, anybody knows. The next question I'm going to get asked is, when is this coming to the channel? My honest answer is that I don't know. What I've done is I've obviously come back from Messina with a lot of new games. Last week for me just went wrong, which is why I'm only getting around to doing the unboxings now. But I also have a lot of things planned for the next 2 weeks. I actually have very little time in the next 2 weeks before GridCon. GridCon is my own convention that's happening at the end of this month. So what I've done is I've put a poll up on my Patreon page, and Patreon supporters are voting on the order in which they want the games covered. Bitoku got more votes than anything else, which is why I did the unboxing video of that yesterday. Messina 1347, I think, got the second most votes, which is why I'm doing an unboxing today. But basically, over the next couple of months, I will be using the thoughts of my Patreon supporters to influence the order in which I cover games. Now, not always. Like if I do a live stream tonight, I already know what it is that I'm going to do, and that is one that is quite low on the list, but I kind of just fancy doing it. But yeah, that's my plan. So yeah, at some point, I don't know when. I mean, I might even get to play it at GridCon. Me getting to play a game at my own convention, I'm not sure. But if I do get to play games at my own convention, it will be Ark Nova, Messina 1347, Bitoku, and Golem, because they are the 4 hot games. Possibly Iki as well, but I don't know. We'll have to see how things go on. Yeah, it could be Rosewood. Not sure. Oh, Genway's mentioned Shipyard. Yeah, Shipyard, fantastic game. Underrated in my opinion, but yeah, Shipyard is really good. And in terms of where this game sits between Underwater Cities and Praga Kaput Regni, I did ask Vlaja at Essen where it sits, and he said it sits between them. So assuming he understood my question, because he doesn't speak that much English, but that's where he thought this sits in terms of complexity, which is interesting, because I mean they're both very different games, but I thought they were probably about the same weight comparison. So we'll see. But yeah, once I've covered it, I'll be doing like playthrough videos. I probably won't do a review video of it, because I don't really do review videos anymore, but I will give you my personal thoughts on it in my monthly vlog, and after I've played the game and things like that. But yeah, I can't promise when exactly it is going to be coming to the channel. It's just a case of time. My biggest enemy. But anyway, we are all done for now. Thank you very much for watching. If you've got any questions about the game, don't ask me, because I haven't got a clue. But yeah, I will let you know. Keep an eye on the channel for when this is going to be covered in more detail. But I am very, very, very keen to play it. And I'm not going to bang on about how disappointed I am that I haven't played many of the new games yet, because that's on me. But yeah, Suffice it to say, next year will be very different. I will get back from Messina next year and I will book out at least 6 weeks to play through all of the new games. Whereas this year, that's not going to be possible. But yeah, even just looking at this, I'm very keen to play it. I think I might go to bed tonight with this rulebook. Yeah, this definitely looks like a rulebook that I could go to bed with. Anyway, enough about my personal life. Thank you very much for watching. Take care. I might do something later on this evening. I might not. I'll let you know. Cheers, everyone. See you next time. Gaming Rules is proudly sponsored by Game Toppers, upgrading your gaming experience. Visit GameToppersLLC.com.